Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Bold and the beautiful spoilers promise a week with sad faces, starting with Liam Spencer, who drops the bomb on Hope Logan. For some reason, Liam Spencer Scott Clifton had a vision of how the scene should unwind as he tells his wife the truth. But apparently, Hope Logan Annika Noel didn't get that memo because she reacted opposite to what Liam scripted in his head. It seems this rush job that Liam pushed on Steffy Forrester Jacqueline MacInnes Wood to confess their deed was to ease Liam's guilt. But Bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest living with this guilt is a picnic compared to what Liam faces next. Even though Steffy was as guilty as Liam, it's not feeling that way to the waffling father of two. Around every Bold and the beautiful corner in the coming days, family members hear the news and their disbelief turns to disappointment. In some cases, even anger emerges aimed at Liam over this deed. It looks like some of that anger is hardcore when it comes from Dr. John Finnegan Finn Tanner Novlan. He has tunnel vision on Liam once Steffy tells him what happened. But first, as Finn romantically dishes out his plans for the future with Steffy, her reveal gets delayed. But when she finally does come clean, Steffy has an easier time than her counterpart, Liam, in the immediate wake of her confession. Bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest that Liam got it all wrong. His idea of how the confessions would play out went in an opposite direction. He thought both he and Steffy would tell Hope and Finn, step back as they processed it, and then forgiveness would eventually come. Instead, Hope explodes in fury, and forgiveness is not a word in her vocabulary and won't be for the unforeseeable future. Finn is as crushed and hurt as Hope, but B and B spoilers hint that he's not willing to walk away from Steffy. Spoilers also suggest a hurting Finn continues to be that kind and caring guy for Steffy. But a dark side of the Doctor emerges when it's time to deal with Liam. B and B spoilers hint at that at first. That dark side remains hidden from everyone, except for Liam, to free himself of a guilty conscience. Liam insisted on coming clean. This meant Steffy would need to do this too. While Hope remains furious at Liam, she may move out and into Forrester's big house. Bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest Liam finds this a lonely time. While he thought he at least had Steffy to talk to since the two are in the same boat, he was wrong again. B and B spoilers suggest Finn gets tough on Liam. The good doctor tells his nemesis to stay away from Steffy. The spoilers also suggest Liam's worries turn to Steffy as well as Hope. Once Finn reveals his true self to him, he worries that Steffy really doesn't know the man she's fallen for. Liam thought bringing the truth forward would let him sleep at night. But he's lost both Hope and Steffy. They stay away from him in the coming days, so he feels like he's lost both families. Did he make a double mistake? The first mistake, of course, is sleeping with Steffy. The second was coming clean before knowing the paternity of this baby. If Finn is the dad, he could have spared all this pain and anger across the board. Bold and the beautiful creates twists and turns along this journey of a new baby on the way. A lot hangs on the paternity of this baby, but either way, it looks as if Steffy could follow Finn's lead and leave Liam dealing with his devastation all on his own. The morning light poured through the Forrester mansion's tall windows, but for Liam Spencer, it did little to chase away the unease that had been haunting him for days. He stood in silence, his hands wrapped around a half-empty cup of coffee that had long gone cold, his thoughts spiraling like a storm he couldn't control. Life, as usual, was complicated, but lately, it had taken a darker turn, one filled with whispers, tension, and an unsettling sense that something was about to break. Steffy had been distant, Hope had been guarded, and for the first time in a long time, Liam felt completely adrift between the two women who had defined so much of his existence. The trouble had begun subtly enough. A few missed calls from Steffy, a few quiet, clipped responses from Hope, but then came the shift. The way people looked at him differently, the way the office went quiet when he entered a room. It was as if everyone knew something he didn't, and that something was about to unravel his already fragile peace. When he arrived at Forrester Creations that morning, he could feel it. The tension in the air, heavy and humming. Steffy was in her office, pacing, her expression unreadable. Hope was in the design room, her face pale, and her eyes focused on sketches she wasn't really seeing. Liam took a deep breath, trying to steady himself before walking in. "Hope," he said softly, stepping inside. "You've been avoiding me." She looked up, startled, then quickly regained her composure. "I've been busy." He frowned. "Too busy to talk to me? You've barely said a word in a week." Hope hesitated. "There's a lot happening right now. Maybe it's better if you focus on your own life for a while." Her words hit harder than she probably intended. Liam's chest tightened. "My own life? Hope, you are my life." Hope looked away. "That's part of the problem." Liam felt the air leave his lungs. "What are you saying?" Before she could answer, Steffi appeared in the doorway, arms crossed. Her tone clipped. "Liam, we need to talk." Hope's jaw tensed. "Of course you do." Steffi ignored the jab. "It's about Kelly," she said, glancing at him. "There's something you should know." Liam's mind immediately flooded with worst-case scenarios. "What happened? Is she okay?" "She's fine," Steffi reassured him quickly, though her expression was tight. "But she's been asking questions about us, about you." Liam blinked. "Questions?" Steffi sighed. "She wants to know why you don't live with us anymore, why she sees you less, why things are different." Liam rubbed his temples. "She's just a kid. Of course she's confused." "Yes," Steffi said, "but it's not just confusion. She's scared. She heard something at school. Something about you being in trouble." Liam froze. "In trouble? What are you talking about?" "That's what I'd like to know," Steffi said, narrowing her eyes. "She said one of the other kids mentioned that their parents saw something online. Rumors about you, about your company." Hope's voice was soft but firm. "It's not just rumors, Liam. There's talk about financial discrepancies at Spencer Publications." Liam stared at her, speechless. "What?" Hope stepped closer, lowering her voice. "It's all over the business blogs. Someone's leaking information, suggesting that your division mishandled funds for one of the environmental initiatives." Liam shook his head, disbelief and dread battling inside him. "That's insane. We've been transparent about everything. Then why is your name the one attached to it?" Steffi pressed. "Why is everyone suddenly looking at you like you're hiding something?" The room fell silent. For the first time in years, Liam, the moral compass, the steady one, the man who prided himself on doing the right thing, felt the ground give way beneath him. By afternoon, the story had hit the mainstream entertainment sites. "Spencer Air under investigation." One headline screamed. Another read, "Liam Spencer accused of corporate misconduct." He could barely process it. His phone buzzed constantly. Texts from Bill, from Wyatt, from journalists. The pressure was suffocating. When he finally sat down in his car outside Forrester Creations, he exhaled a shaky breath and called his father. "Dad," he said when Bill answered, "please tell me you've seen what's going on." "Of course I have." Bill's voice boomed. "It's a hit job, Liam. Someone's gunning for Spencer Publications, and they're using you to do it." Liam's grip tightened on the steering wheel. "Who?" "Still working on it," Bill said. "But I'll tell you this. This isn't just business. It's personal. You've got enemies, son." The words sent a chill down Liam's spine. Enemies. He'd always thought of himself as the good guy, the one who tried to do right by everyone. But good guys still made enemies, especially in LA. That night, back at his apartment, Liam sat in the dark, staring at the headlines glowing on his phone. Every new update felt like another blow. He thought about his daughters, Kelly and Beth, about Hope, whose disappointment had been written across her face, about Steffi, whose anger barely hid her worry. Then came a text from an unknown number. Just one line. "You think you're innocent, but everyone pays eventually." Liam's pulse quickened. He stared at the message, his stomach twisting. This wasn't random. Someone was targeting him, deliberately, precisely. He quickly forwarded the message to Bill, who responded almost instantly. "We are handling it. Don't respond. And don't trust anyone." Liam swallowed hard. "Don't trust anyone." The words echoed in his mind long after the screen went dark. The next morning, he returned to Forrester Creations, not to work, but to apologize, to explain. But the moment he walked in, he realized the damage was done. Conversation stopped. Eyes followed him. He found Hope in the showroom, her face pale as she scrolled through her phone. "Hope," he said softly, approaching her. "You have to believe me. I didn't do any of this." She looked up, her voice trembling. "Liam, this isn't just about business anymore. Your name is trending everywhere. They're saying Spencer Publications could face charges." "I'll fix it," he said. "I swear." Her expression softened, but her tone was weary. "I've heard you promise that before." The words hit him like a punch. For a moment, he couldn't breathe. Then, as if on cue, Steffi entered, her tone sharp. "You need to get ahead of this, Liam, because if you don't, it's not just your reputation on the line, it's your daughter's." Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.